All right, we are live. We are live. Yes, live and direct. Let me do a little audio adjustment. Okay. All right. So yeah, we are Peachtree devs, of course, and we're a day late, but not a dollar short.
Never a
And
dollar short,
yeah, we here.
thankfully.
Hey man, it's Friday, man. It's been a short week for me, but how's things going with you in the tech world of Amazon? Oh wait,
Um,
can we say that?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
we can say that. We can say that.
okay.
Um, yeah, work's work. You know, just building stuff on AWS for clients. Nothing too crazy.
Okay, okay,
A
okay.
little nice, little uneventful week. You know, sometimes you need some of those.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It sounds fun.
More than my week. How was your week? Out here jet setting and stuff, hitting up all these NBA games.
Oh man, you know me, man. It's just a day, another day in paradise, man. Uh yeah, birthday. Birthday this past weekend, so did my thing, went out to Denver like I normally do, snowboard, saw Batman, shot a nugget, shout out to the Nuggets, flew to Texas the next day, went attempted to go see LeBron, but hey, I saw him in all black chilling. So yeah, that was pretty fun, man. That was pretty fun. And then came back and I forgot how to write code. So it was a hell of a vacation.
That's how it be.
Those are
Take
always
any
the best
time off.
ones.
You're like, wait, how do I do this?
Yeah, exactly. I forgot I had to do like a yarn install for a second. I was like, what the hell's going on? Hey, man. But I'm back at it now. So I can't complain, man. But yeah, it was pretty cool, man. It was pretty cool going up there. I snowboard once a year. I realized I'm out of shape again. Uh, and it was very eventful being up there in the snow. I stayed at a white man's house for the first time in my life.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, man, it was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Um, yeah. I mean, yeah. But yeah. Outside of that, man, hey, man, back at it, writing code again. Um, yeah, I'm back in my competitive spirit. So that's
Let's go.
why we went with this competing tech, man. So, I mean, funny story. I guess you can say it too. When I called you, you didn't. I was like, oh man, my boy might be busy, man. He is a married man. Let me just, he might call back later when he get a chance. But yo, it was funny because you was actually heard the idea of someone who's doing a similar same thing as I'm doing right now, and
Yeah.
yeah, man, and it just I don't know, it's something about that competitive spirit, especially like being a gamer more than anything else. Like, come on, man, you played in tournaments and shit like that. How it felt like just to oh dang, we forgot all about the 2 minutes. Uh,
We're on
uh
3 minutes now. It's too late.
But yeah, man, like as a gamer, a pro gamer, pretty much in your perspective, you did get paid to play video games. You had that competitive fire just to beat somebody ass basically in the game, whether it be mainly be one on ones. Of course, you got your Marvelous Capcom, not Marvelous Capcom, but more of a we'll go with Smash Bros. The big
Yep.
ass tournament. I don't know
Two v
how.
twos and
Yeah, 2v2s. I play All Out 8. I get King DDD and just beat the shit out of everybody when that happens. But it's just that competitive spirit, man, that us gamers have. And I felt like that's what I needed because, number one, I've been on vacation. Number two, I came back and I realized I got to shout out to Cheyenne if she's watching. I got a meeting tomorrow, which I got to go ahead and finish these screens for this app. Yeah, man. So you call it like my boy Mayhu was like, "Hey man, this guy's working on the same thing you do." I was like, "What?" Oh yeah, okay, cool. What's the name of his shit? Yeah, it do sound cool, but
it's a great name.
I
Great
was like,
name.
"Nah, fuck that. My shit better." So, and then from there, man, I was up to like 3 in the morning working on stuff. I mean, did the same thing last night too as well, working. So, yeah, probably gonna do the same thing at my homegirl's, well, my wife's friend's house while they're fraternizing and stuff like that. I'm just always that guy with a computer. I always keep that thing on me, like I always say.
Gotta keep that thing on you, man. Sometimes you gotta double up, you know?
Yeah, yes, sir. Never know when, man. But yeah, man, I want to talk about competition in tech overall because you remember. All right, so we about to show our age right here. Your moms and your dad ever took you to like Blockbuster back in the day?
Of course.
Okay, okay, okay. I assume you also rented video games too as
Of
well.
course.
Okay,
Ain't
so
nobody had money to buy those games back then. We was
e-
renting them,
ex-
hoping
e-
you beat them.
bro, exactly. And then
Bro,
side note, bro, go ahead, man. I got a funny story about Blockbuster.
Before I bought a memory card, I had to keep the PlayStation on 24 hours.
Ooh, you knew. I left my play it. Ooh, remember it was a game called Rampage, and
Ooh, we had to
yes, bro.
bust down.
Yes, bro. And it goes by the days.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
no memory card. I left that thing on my grandma's house for 2 weeks, and I swear it burnt that carpet. She cut it off though. but but yeah, back in the day, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It should be like a blockbuster game. I would just get this one, and then I'll see another one I like. Oh, mom only said I can only get one game. I would hide that second game in a different case that no one cares about. So when then someone goes to ask about it, and they'll say, "Oh, it's in the system. It's just not there." I knew exactly where that
You
shit is
knew where
when I
that
when I
thing
went back the
was.
next time. But it was just if you notice, like they barely had late fees, and then they started getting crazy with late fees to where it was like $20 a day, $30 a day, to the point where you should have just bought the damn
Of the
thing.
game.
Yeah, you should have. You no lie, you should have just bought the game. So it's crazy that they gave no fucks until Netflix came around. Like I feel like Netflix was like the first thing that and I'm talking not Netflix on nowadays you can pull this shit up on your phone, PS5 if you got it, PS4 if you're unlucky. Dog,
Xbox if you're real unlucky.
yeah. Shout out to the VHS. But it's crazy, man. It was like back then it was just a mail-in service. Like you get one game, I'm sorry, you get one movie, you mail that shit in. That was the early stages of
They
Netflix
still
right
got
there.
that, by the way. I found out.
They do?
Yeah.
Who the hell is doing that?
It's wild. One of my homegirls, she tweeted out that one of her coworkers, who's also a millennial, does it and doesn't do the streaming, just does the DVDs. I'm just like, why?
Why? I don't know, man. That's a funny one. You watch
I
that,
wonder if they have like a different selection, maybe on the
or
DVDs,
or it's in Blu-ray.
or it might be Blu-ray. They probably do Blu-ray now. They
They
probably got a
probably do.
different collection, like stuff that you can't get on streaming.
All behind the scenes, the extra
Because like
cuts.
they'd be changing their licensing and stuff for streaming.
Yeah,
Once they
that's
got the
true.
DVD, they got the DVD, right? Or
Yeah, that's true.
Blu-ray.
That is true. That is true. I'll give you that.
I never
But
thought of that.
I never thought of it. I'm gonna look into that. I might just rent a DVD just to do it, just to
Just to
see if I can
see.
still do it. But it's crazy. But it was like that
Or
right
does
there.
PlayStation 5 even play DVDs? Or is it
Yeah,
Blu-ray
they do. They
only?
do.
It
If you
plays
got the
DVDs?
disc player,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I
I,
mean, it might be
I mean,
Blu-ray only.
bro, I'm gonna put it to the test. 'Cause I actually have some old DVDs in the other room, so I'm gonna let you
Okay.
know that one after this one. I was gonna say I don't know if they would or not, but I assume they would. But yeah, that pretty much caused Blockbuster to go bankrupt. No matter what I mean, you can buy a Blockbuster store for pennies on a dollar right now if you really want one, but that shit's gone. They never innovated. They never they just didn't give a shit. They were just like, hey man, people gonna keep getting these games. Man, who gonna try to get this game? Rick gonna try to get Grand Theft Auto. That's the first time I ever played Grand Theft Auto from Blockbuster. People gonna come by and get DVDs or like you said, Blu-ray players. But it's crazy, man. But it's also a good thing in terms of just embracing the competition and just anything else. Cause like I assume right now, like with your casino thing, the online casino thing, you're about to be in a huge sandbox soon. Like, how are you guys competing with other NFT casinos?
Well, we're the first. So that automatically just gives us that boost, like we have like longer clients.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Also, we're doing a bunch of cool stuff. Like we're doing a lot of real life tie-ins, like parties, events, flights to different events and stuff like that, where you can win a lot of things like that. You know,
Okay. Okay. All
plus our
right.
shit's swaggy.
So you guys are Blockbuster right now. So it
Right
depends
now,
on
yeah,
it depends on what you guys want to do once the
yeah,
next Netflix shows up.
yeah. I mean, luckily, there's enough room for casinos everywhere. 'Cause all the
Yeah.
degenerates, self included, we'll be out here, little
Yeah.
sport betting here or there, a little
Yeah.
trip to
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah. Allegedly, yeah, we out here. Allegedly. Yeah. 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 But yeah, man. I just feel like, competition is great. No matter what you're doing in life in terms of like even like coding and stuff like that. I mean, it goes back to like when I first started learning how to write code, even in school. I never forget like being in Java and all these kids were just like, yo, I did this in middle school, I did this in high school, and I'm just like, yo, the Cab County ain't teach none of this shit, bro. What the hell is this? And it's like I was forced to teach myself, but at the same time, like I'm gonna be real with you, bro. It was probably like a good 6 to 8 black people in that class, right? By
And
mid
like what,
semester,
100 kids?
oh,
College class, right?
I could be like 40. It was 40. It was
Okay.
like it was like
There's like a
intro to Java
lab.
programming. Yeah, well, yeah, sort of. It was
Mhm.
like an intro to Java programming class.
Mhm.
So it was probably like 40 kids, and out of that, it was probably like 6 to 8 black people in general. Doc, tell me how many were there after the midterm, bro?
It's rough that when they give you that deadline, oh, you can drop before this date. A
Me,
lot of kids.
me. I was the only one left. I was the only one left, and I ended up failing that class. But it was just the idea of just, I'm not gonna lie, just seeing these other kids just like grasp this shit,
You were like,
or
fuck
either
that.
already on. I was like, fuck that, man. I know I could beat y'all. Hold on, give me a semester. So it was just like that competitive drive right there. Even, I mean, honestly, is the reason why I'm a software engineer today. So, hey, man, compete.
Facts, facts, facts. No, that's a lot of it makes a lot of sense because like, and also there's like different types of competition too, right? In the tech
Mm.
space, like companies compete, engineers compete, coworkers compete. You know, it's like, oh, I got to get the raise before this next person gets the raise or whatever. You know, but it's interesting because like this kind of goes back to, I think we talked about it like last time or like the time before, like complacency in tech. That's that,
Oh,
you know,
good
we were
episode.
talking about goals and stuff, but sometimes it's just some competition. Like somebody pulls up on you and, you know, they think they're that hot shit. You're like, hold on now. You done forgot who I was, you know?
You must not know who the fuck I am.
Allow me
Like,
to reintroduce myself.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So it's just like I said, that was the only reason why I really am a software engineer today, because I felt like when I see them succeed, then it's just like, yo, why the hell can't I? Like,
Mhm.
just because they got a head start, that don't mean shit to me. It's just at the end of the day, I know where I come from and I know what I want to do. So,
Quality, yeah.
hey, man, sometimes somebody pull up
They,
on you. That's the best motivation you need.
yeah, I mean, there's that Drake song, right? One of his old ones. They didn't told me I fell off. Yeah, I needed that.
Mm-hmm.
Was it headlights? Headlines, I think.
I think so.
Hmm.
Hey, man, like Future say, I had to take a loss so I can cherish this shit.
Yo, true, true, true.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to the GOAT, man. Shout out to March Madness, the national anthem, you know. It is
Oh, it
March
is.
after
It
all.
is March after all, man. It is
Yeah,
March,
that's
and
the
we did
national
miss the
anthem,
rest of the
boy.
month.
I remember the first time I heard that shit, I was still living in California. And then I remember right after that, like I played it at work because like we had the Sonos, and then everyone just stared at me like, what is this? I don't even understand. Is this even English? Are you playing some Indian rap shit? And I'm like, bro,
Press it
what?
up, make it real for me.
Whatever the fuck that means.
The gospel, man. The gospel,
Ain't nothing better.
man, man. All right. So before we hit this Batman shit, bro, uh, let's talk about this cryptocurrency shit. I don't. First off, I'll let you explain what Biden got going on now.
All right, so I didn't even watch the speech, but I saw some tweets go off, and pretty much it kind of ties into the whole competition side of things that we were talking about. Biden pretty much said, "Yo, fuck all that shit. This is America. We about to be the best at crypto."
Woo.
And I was like, "Bet," because like a lot of people were scared that he was gonna like try to tax it or put some type of regulations on there that might hurt the community. And personally, I mean, I haven't read what the actual statement itself is, but from my understanding, he's regulating. They're adding some small regulations to kind of make it a better community to build in. Because right now it is the Wild West, right? A lot of
Mm-hmm.
projects are scams and stuff like that. So I think they're trying to curtail that while still like giving a good environment where we can like companies can invest into like crypto startups and things like that. Because I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Like in America, like in terms of our economy, like what do we do anymore? We don't build shit. All we have is software. Like really think about it. Tw- Apple's worth three trillion,
We have oil.
right? I mean, but we don't do shit with it yet. But think about it. America's economy is like $20 trillion. Apple alone is 3 trillion. Amazon's another 2.5 trillion. Like, that's 20% of our economy in those two companies already.
Damn, we just
Right?
been
Like
on
when you think
roll.
about it, like basically Biden's like, he's like, yo, like we got to keep this tech shit running because if these other countries catch up, like that's our advantage, you know?
Mhm.
Facebook, they took a big hit recently.
With everybody, with all the phones, pretty much preventing like cross tracking of advertisements and data and shit like that
Yeah,
being
and
shared.
they're pretty much like they did their earnings report and it wasn't that bad, but it just wasn't as good as people hoped. So like that stock tanked.
So I think they were prepared for this whole thing. That's why they did like the whole shift to Meta, and like that's like the number one thing is the whole metaverse.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's like going to be the number one revenue cycle. But
Eventually, maybe
yeah,
not right now, but eventually it will be, I think. And so basically, because like everyone was scared, because like I know like India, they put a tax on crypto. Like you have like like your income tax, but like a separate tax for just doing crypto stuff too, right? And so everyone was afraid, like, well, shit, dude, like if a lot of these countries are doing this, like what's Biden gonna say? But pretty much he came out, you know, he said, yo, we about to run this shit. I'm Ric Flair in this bitch, you know?
oh, man, you know me, man. I honestly think he's doing this shit for the first off the midterm vote.
Oh,
Uh,
I
I'm
mean, yeah, I definitely don't think he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart.
my man already promised me 50K then 10K, which I was cool with just taking the 10K off
It's
student
like,
loan.
okay, the economy's in the shitter right now.
He's like,
10K
hey,
is okay.
I can't give you the 10K, but I can extend your payments real quick. Hold on, I'm gonna give you 2 more months, 2 more months. So apparently they're gonna extend it again.
Okay,
So yeah. Um, but
interesting.
outside of that, from what I gathered in like a couple of articles I read about, because I saw some of the speech, and I think they're trying to add some regulations to the point where the dollar can become digital, and they're gonna go ahead and create a digital currency for the U.S. dollar.
So I get that, but the thing is, like, the US dollar is already digital when you think about it. Something
True.
like 90 something percent of money isn't like on paper or like metal coins. So I guess the idea is, are they just going to throw it on a blockchain?
That's what it's because think about this. China's already doing the same thing.
India's
And
doing something like that too.
yeah,
You got
so
India and China, the two biggest countries by population, doing it.
mhm.
America's
So,
number 3 in
yeah.
population, so they're like, "Yo,
So
they
think
doing
about
it,
this.
we got to do it."
They already have the actual physical currency in yen, but they also have the digital currency too. I forgot the name of it, but they also have the digital currency. You don't
Mhm.
always know it's like we talk about competition all the time. USA, China. I mean, come on. We compete, even though we work with each other, we compete a lot.
Oh yeah, like that's the new stage of warfare. I mean, the stuff going on with Russia and Ukraine is
Mhm.
tragic, but like I would say like no like direct first world nations are gonna like bomb each other, right? Like they're gonna deal with smaller countries that way.
Right, that'd be
But
the end of the world.
yeah, so they're what can they do? They can compete in the Olympics, which nobody gives a fuck about anymore, or they can compete economically, which
Hold on,
that's
bro.
the only game left.
I watched the Winter Olympics, bro.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm a huge curling fan, dog.
Bro, curling was actually what me and my dad was visiting. We was watching that. I was like, I think it was that, and we watched a couple of bobsledding runs, and we
Oh,
watched.
bro.
Oh, my boy wasn't Nathan, whatever the figure skater guy. He bodied it for America.
Well, I didn't know about that one. I was
He
gonna
had
say
his American.
cross country skiing too, bro.
Oh, biathlon's kind of wild,
Yeah.
where they ski and then they shoot, and then they got to ski a bunch more, and then they
Yeah,
got to shoot some more.
yeah.
That's
Man,
just kind of tough.
I learned some cool ass games,
Yeah.
bro, out there, man.
That's just kind of tough. No, but yeah, no, figure skating. Shout out to my boy Nathan. The highest score of all time in figure skating. Brought that home for the home team, you know.
Hey, woo! That's what I'm talking about for the great USA. Woo!
Shout out to the trader. You heard about the trader?
Oh, oh, the girl.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, hey, you gotta briefly explain that one, man. Some
So I
people
forget
might
her
not.
name, but she was a Chinese American. I think she was mixed, but she was Chinese American, and basically she renounced her American citizenship to go play for China in the Olympics.
Oh, this is a different
which
story.
cool, you could do that. That's your right if you want to do that for like your home country. But here's where the shit gets whack. Um, when she was doing it, like she was all up in the press about, oh yeah, I just want to get back to my culture, get back to my roots, blah blah blah. Do this. Turns out she was paid like $50 million to do it. Which I mean, get your money. I'm not mad at that, but like, bro, you didn't have to play it so hard and just cap so hard that yeah, I'm doing it for my culture. I'm doing it for this. You could
For
just
the
be like, hey
love
man,
of money.
but
That's
and
crazy.
and it wasn't one of those things where it's like, and what also made me like feel bad, not bad, but like feel like some type of way about it was like she trained with all the American teammates, all the American trainers and everything, and then decided to do this like last minute. And it's like, bro, you're just gonna train here and just go play over there.
For the love of money.
Hey, I feel that. Just don't cap about it. Just be like, hey yo,
Yeah.
they put the bag up.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dog. I was gonna talk about a different story.
Oh dang, there's another this one.
Yeah, yeah,
Dang,
I
it's
sure
another
heard
one.
that one. That hey, your shit top mine, man. I
Oh
was gonna
shit.
say the girl from Taiwan. She was wearing like I think it was like a Chinese jumpsuit or pretty much a
Oh
track suit or
damn.
whatever. But she said she got it from her friend, and it was just like her friend who's in the Olympics too as well, just gifted it to her. So she was just working it out in it, and it was just Taiwan social media flamed her like crazy, bro.
Oh, I'm sure,
Like
dude.
pretty much saying on some Ben Simmons shit, get her the fuck out my city, basically type shit, man. And I was just like, wow. But hey, that 50 million, whew, yeah, that's different right there.
Yeah, like I don't blame her. I would take the 50 million too, but like don't cap that you're trying to get back to your roots because a part of it was like she was on Chinese social media
Hmm.
and American social media. She's like tweeting all this stuff, and then like somebody on Chinese social media is like, "Yo, why are you tweeting all this shit and putting it on Instagram when nobody in China can even see it?" Because like apparently those sites are banned, right?
He was
And then so she was like,
smart.
and then she straight up said like, "Yo, they can just get a VPN," and like meanwhile the Chinese government's obviously monitoring all this shit. I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
bro, she about to get in trouble. She about to
she
get a
was
lot of other
smart.
people in trouble,
She was smart. Cause
bro.
she like people can call her out. Like you put this shit up, the China government can say, how the hell you find out? You shouldn't have access to that website. The hell?
Mhm.
And I don't know regulations or laws in that country, so
I
I'm
don't.
gonna leave it at
Mm,
that.
yeah. Oh, speaking of like censoring and regulations, like kind of how they can like censor Twitter and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Twitter recently announced that they're doing a Tor browser version. So like dark web Twitter. So like if you have a Tor browser, you can get to that shit even in countries that it's banned. Because like
Uh-huh.
Twitter's banned in Russia right now. And so like they just announced that like they got that. Facebook's working on a version of their shit too. So like in banned countries, people can like see the truth or the social truth, like whether it be truth or not, but like they can at least see more than one side of things, than like
Yeah.
whatever the mainstream media is giving them.
Or whatever someone tweets or posts on Facebook. Because hey, if it's on the internet, it's real, right?
Oh yeah, believe everything you say, and
Oh
strangers
yeah.
online will never hurt you.
They'll never hurt you. They'll always be your friend. They're here just for you, just to see all your tweets, damn it. But hey, so back to it. I really think they're gonna go ahead and try to put some digital dollar thing. I mean, because it's kind of like what you said with the whole like America got to go ahead and put their money behind like tech or anything else.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be a digital currency coming. I think it's gonna do something to the actual like I don't know how it's gonna affect the crypto market because like I want to say 2 years ago, bro, when we were I was in a crypto game hard. I'm talking like damn near day trading, like staying up to like 5 in the morning every night. It was terrible. That was when Binance can let me trade in the Asian market.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah. Now you
yeah.
can't, right?
Now I
Now they
can't.
censored
I
it
got to
out.
use the yeah. Because back
Did
then
you,
I was using all type of like cryptos I never heard of.
you were just like, whatever,
Um,
we convert this into this and this into
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll never forget. I came up 2 Ethereums in one night.
Whew.
In one night, and they were $1,400 a piece. I started off with $350.
Hey, oh, what's up, Sora?
What's up, Sora? But hey, man, that's when the regulations hit in Asia, in the markets
Mhm.
of like South Korea. It hit in the Philippines and stuff like that, and I lost almost everything, bro. Like it was so
Mm.
bad, bro. It was like that was when regulations were at its peak overseas. So I'm just imagining like how it's going to affect the market here. I've yet to
That
pull open
yeah.
Binance in the past 2-3 days, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's what people were worried about, right? Like before he did his statement, like crypto was coming down, it was tanking, and then as soon as he did his statement, that shit skyrocketed back up because they're like, oh shit, this is nowhere near as bad as what we was expecting.
Yeah.
Um, Speaking of like back when you're using Binance to trade on the Asian markets, did you hear about FTX? They're like another one of those like Binance, Coinbase type
Yeah, yeah,
websites.
yeah.
I think they're the sponsor of the Miami the Heat Stadium now. It's like the FTX Arena now, I think.
Oh, that's cool. So
Yeah.
pretty much all these crypto markets, being that they're making so much fucking money off your process fees. I
So
mean, crypto arena. Now you
he's
got forex.
so the guy that started this company, he's the world's best billionaire.
How's he the best billionaire?
Yeah, so he's a young kid. He's like probably in his 20s, maybe early 30s.
I was like, was he Batman?
He's donating 100% of all his money. And like he's already started. Like dude drives a Camry and he's a billionaire and he lives in like Vegas or not Vegas, but Miami or whatever. And like he's just like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
regular ass guy. And so the way he did it was kind of like how you're talking about Binance. He found out that Ethereum was cheaper in America than it was in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So he would just buy Ethereum in America and just sell it in Japan, just huge amounts over and over and over again before I guess the regulations hit, like the Asian markets, like how you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just like, oh shit. And like he made $1 billion doing that shit. And he's
Damn.
donating all his money and like he's just like, whatever, dude. Like, I don't need this shit to live fancy. I just did it because like he was like always like he says like he was just always into like helping people and he realized that none of these billionaires were doing shit. And he figured he could become a billionaire and actually do some shit. So that's what
That's
he's
real
going
shit,
for.
man. Actually help people.
That's that Jay-Z
It's all
shit,
about the money. Yeah, it's not all about the money, man.
Yeah. That's that Jay-Z. He's like, how can I help the poor if I'm one of them? But I mean, Jay-Z gives back to the community. He's a little bit under the radar when he does that. But this kid, like, he straight up says, like, bro, you're a billionaire and you drive a Camry. Like, come on, dog. That's how you
Yeah.
know. Like, you don't think you deserve like a Rari or something like that, real quick.
Oh, I'm probably just garage full of Jaguars.
Just every model, right? Just some classic throwbacks.
Oh, but don't get me wrong, bro. You'll catch me
I
in a
mean,
Honda
I'm
every
gonna do
now and
good
then.
too, but like I'm gonna ball out a little
I'm gonna
bit.
get a Hyundai, or I'm gonna get me a nice little F-150. I'm gonna get me a nice little American vehicle.
Oh yeah, that Lightning, that Ford truck, that
Mm-hmm.
Lightning is tough.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to the Rivians.
Oh yeah. That's that Georgia classic, baby.
Georgia classic, baby. But hey, man. Yeah, I think the digital currency is coming soon. Not now, but soon. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, it could be a bunch of smoke. I mean, because he did say an executive order to go ahead and get things started. So it looks good for the primaries that are coming up very soon. But you know me, man. I don't give a damn, man. I was lied to about my student loan, but that's a different story. It's a different story.
Ain't no politician coming to save us. But one
Ain't
thing I
none.
will say is like, even if he's doing it to look good, as long as I get the results, I don't give a fuck what his intentions were if it's helping me.
Hey, nothing's been helping me.
Oh,
So I've been helping myself.
trust me. Remember how he keeps saying, remember Biden's like, nobody who makes under 400,000 will see their taxes being raised. I'm just like, damn, bro. I just started getting money. Now you're gonna get me like that.
Bruh, remember, man, bro. Imagine them giving out them $1,400 checks and we ain't had no money, bro. Man,
Bro, even if I was in school and I got those checks, I'm like, damn, bro.
some people I knew, bro. I literally had to lie and say I got my checks just to let them not give my idea how much I was making. It was like, oh, you got your check? Oh yeah, bro. I gotta check my account. Oh yeah. I got my check, bro. Knowing damn well I'm not getting a not getting a check at all. Well, yeah, that's a different story, man. But hey, man, let's get to it, man. Let's talk about the real deal. I finally saw Batman, and I went to Denver and saw it in 40X. By the way, I recommend a 40X movie if you've never seen one. It's real, but I'm glad I seen it during the day. Disclaimer: we're gonna talk about Batman. If you have not seen Batman, keep watching. We're gonna try not to spoil it.
We're gonna
This is
end up
spoiler
spoiling
free.
it. So we're
This
just
is
gonna give you some spoiler warnings.
this is spoiler free. We'll say spoiler free, but we may end up spoiling. So fuck
We're
it.
gonna
Let's
try
go.
to be spoiler free. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
We'll talk
So
about the movie, but not the plot, not the story.
so you saw it that night, right? 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I saw it Friday at 7 o'clock.
Were you able to watch the whole thing? Because it's 3 hours.
It's a long movie. Yeah, me and my wife watched it. She kind of got bored a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because it was so long, but she also said she's like she kind of wanted to sleep, but she kind of wanted to know what happened with the story. So like it was for her, it felt long. For me, it didn't feel that long. My opinion on the movie, I think it was fantastic, but I could understand why some people wouldn't like the movie. It's a lot of it's a movie for comic book fans and it's a movie for movie fans, like people that like those like it's shot beautifully, the soundtrack's banging, but it's not like there's great action, but it's not like it doesn't feel like a superhero movie. You know, like how Marvel has this condition is like, oh, here's a laugh, here's a fight, here's a little bit of plot, here's another joke, here's another
Here's
fight,
here's a twist.
pretty colors, you know, like this entire movie was black, white, and red pretty much. Like those are pretty much the only colors in the movie. Um no, like soundtrack's ridiculous. I will say it's a detective story rather than a superhero movie. You can think of it if you like detective stories, you'll like the movie. It's a detective story where the main character is Batman, pretty
And
much.
he is the world's greatest detective.
That's what I loved about it. Like as a comic book fan, like it reminded me. You ever seen the movie Mask of the Phantasm,
Mm-hmm.
the cartoon movie? It kind of reminded me of that. It's like, oh damn, there's actual story plots. It's like pushing forward. The soundtrack, like the ambiance, like something that this movie did really good. Like shout out to the Christopher Nolan movies. Those movies are fantastic. Obviously, like everyone says, Dark Knight is the greatest uh, superhero movie of all time. I'm not
All
going to
time.
argue with them. You know, like I won't argue with them if that's your opinion. Cool, but what that movie did and what this movie did are different things. In The Batman with Robert Pattinson, Gotham itself is a character. Like the setting matters. Whereas like in the other Batman movies, like The Dark Knight's like, bro, you shot this in Chicago. Cool. It looks like Chicago. It feels like Chicago. Cool. Nothing wrong with that. It's just
Mhm.
like, you know, it's cool. Batman's cool. He's a ninja. That's cool. That's like obviously the whole ninja storylines.
Mhm.
Um, but it just didn't feel like there was very little detective stuff going on in there. Like it's funny because like if he's the world's greatest detective, and then you know there's a scene where he's like, "Where is she?" Like, come on, dude.
Doesn't know where she's at. Morgan Freeman's aka Bruce Almighty's helping him out behind the scenes.
You got the
And you
voice
got
of God, right?
yeah, and and you got Taken as your as your master sensei.
Yeah, like I get it. I would say it's a the Dark Knight movies are great movies for casuals. They're great movies for fans as well. Whereas the Batman is like I feel like casual people are just gonna be like, "Yo, this is boring." Because like there's other things like the reason why I mentioned like it's a great movie for film fans is there's not a lot of dialogue when you think about the movie.
It
Like
wasn't. There's a lot
like
of
Batman
good
has like
shots.
he probably has like if you write down all his lines, it's probably like 1 or 2 pages the entire movie, something like that. You know, like
Right.
there's not much talking. It's mostly mood setting and just like dark vibes, right? Like that's the best
Mhm.
way I could like explain it. And I thought it was fantastic, but like for a casual, I could understand why you don't like it. That being said, luckily, not luckily, but I'd say most of my friend circle, everybody loved it. Even if you see like all like the ratings and like YouTube review videos, generally most people love it. There's been some negativity. Some people were saying that, and I don't understand this controversy. People were saying that Batman works with the cops too much, and I'm like, bro, do we watch the same movie? Like,
So you made a good point, and it was like you said, it was like comic book fans and everything else. If you ever seen like, there's a movie called Batman Year One. There's a
oh
novel too
yeah,
as well. It's really
fantastic.
good. It just covers Batman's very first year being Batman and how he didn't fuck with the cops at all, or like cops got in his way
And
or whatever.
this is year
This is
two.
year two, so it's like
Yeah.
this is the first time ever anyone ever took like time to like focus on his second year as Batman. Normally we get either an older Bruce
Origin story.
Wayne or origin story, older Bruce Wayne, or you know, Robin's already here, or we get the old man Batman who's been through everything. and now he
Yes.
kills people, aka Ben Affleck, which is fucked
Yeah.
up. But bro, it took place in year 2, so Batman was working with the cops, but you can see how like the cops did not fuck with him. The only person who did was Detective Gordon.
And like, not to blow up any like plot points, but like, we saw the same movie. Like, he wasn't. The cops weren't fucking with him. He wasn't fucking with them. Certain
Mm-hmm.
dialogue, certain scenes. I felt like it was like, no, we're just doing this shit because we both care about the city, but like, we ain't fucking with each other.
Yeah.
That's how it felt to me.
Because man, Gordon, oh yeah, Gordon was like, I don't know who the fuck you are, but I trust you though. Weirdly,
Yeah.
but it gave that theme of just it was more grounded, and I think
Oh
that's what I
yeah.
like most about the actual like the Dark Knight series. It was grounded in today's society, of
Hmm.
just like, oh shit, that's fucking Batman, bro. Like he could be walking the streets right now, coming
Yeah.
out the alleyways, whooping ass. It's like it's fucking Batman. But it was just it gave that dark undertone vibe of just today's society, of just how things are just ran and shit like that. How
Even
the
with like the villains, like the whole origin story of the villains and
yeah.
like his whole squad or whatever, like not to throw anything away, but like that felt like that's some shit that's going on in society right now, you know?
Mm-hmm. And how people are behind the scenes of politicians and stuff like that, how easily they're being influenced. It is crazy, bro. Without
It's
trying to
crazy
spoil,
because
I'm
like
doing the
we
best I can
couldn't.
without spoiling.
I'm out here thinking like when I saw, it, I was like, bro, we could buy politicians.
You can.
Like
You
we
can.
could do it right now.
You can, man. It's crazy, bro. And another thing, it was some great acting in this movie.
Oh, bro.
Catwoman was amazing. Robert Pattinson was amazing, man. I didn't think I'd never see anything good with him in it after seeing Twilight.
Oh,
Oh,
he's a great actor. The stuff
who
that he's done, the indie
who
stuff he's
played
done,
who played Penguin again?
bro. That's the best acting from him. Colin Farrell,
Colin Farrell
bro. That's
played Penguin.
Bullseye,
You won't even recognize him as
bro.
Penguin.
That's Bullseye from the Daredevil movie.
It's
Think about
crazy,
it.
bro.
And like, remember there was that run where he was just like in every cop movie and he always played the loose cannon guy. He was
Oh
like
yeah,
younger,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
every movie, right?
Yeah,
And
it was
then
like
he was in
either he be
Miami
drinking,
Vice.
or he got problems at home, and he
Yeah, just
like he just working. I
he was.
protect these streets forever.
No, I'm really happy that HBO is doing a Penguin series.
Oh, based on the his
Yeah,
character.
yeah. Colin Farrell's gonna. Yeah, so they're doing a
Okay,
Penguin
okay,
series,
okay,
and apparently they're doing. Well, they were gonna do a Gotham PD series, but instead they're gonna do it on Arkham. So they're doing two series based
okay.
off of this Batman.
And you know they're
So,
doing a Batgirl series based on the Flash movie.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. I heard about that.
Batgirl's rumored to be in the Flash
Hmm.
with Michael Keaton as Batman.
That's cool. The first Batman is back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like
Well, the second
Michael Keaton.
Batman,
Oh, was he second? I thought he was first.
Adam West.
Oh, okay, okay. I was thinking of the Tim Burton movies, but yeah, yeah. Adam West is the OG.
Yeah, Adam West, the OG man.
Yeah, that's the OG.
But yeah, it was. Yeah, man. That was a great movie, man. It was 3 hours. I'm not gonna lie. It got to the point where
I will say it didn't feel long, but
it
there
felt
was
long,
one
bro.
part where like I would say there's probably like a half an hour, 45 minutes left. And it was like, oh, like based on the story, it's like, oh, I guess they're wrapping everything up. I guess the movie's about to be over.
When they called a certain individual, I was like, okay, cool. Movie's over with. All right, cool. Another 45 minutes.
Then I was
I
like,
was
that's what
like,
got me.
oh, I was like, I love Batman, but I gotta use the bathroom soon, bro.
I was prepped because I knew it was long. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna like normally get like, some nachos and like a soda or something. I'm like, I ain't gonna drink nothing. Like, I'm gonna come in here. I'm ready.
Oh,
That
I
shit
brought
was
everything. I had water, everything. I used the bathroom before I went, and I said, I'm just gonna hold my bladder till it's over with.
because
And
I watched it in a studio movie. I was like, oh, I'm about to order some stuff. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna order some food, and then I'm gonna order some drinks, and then I'm gonna have to pee. I ain't taking the gamble.
I did. I
No,
did, and it was well worth it.
oh
It
yeah, it's
was
a great
well
movie.
worth it watching Batman. That was a great movie, man. I want to see it again, but I got to plan on seeing it again. First off, if you haven't seen it yet, listeners, I recommend going to see it during the day. That way, you got the rest of your day going on, or hey, it'd be a way to fast travel in a video game. Just like
It's
if you want to go
actually a
inside during the
fast
day,
travel.
come out, you come out it's nighttime.
No, for sure. I think it was a fantastic movie. I feel like casuals will get bored just because, it's not funny joke, action, pretty colors.
Oh, it's Batman, bro. They
It's
ain't supposed to be
Batman.
none of that joke. None
He's
of
not
that
supposed to
bullshit.
be. I did see a
Oh,
lot of a lot of people complain. It's like, oh, he was too emo. And I'm like, bro, Batman is like an emo weirdo
that's the young.
billionaire.
It's the young Batman though.
That's what he was like, And they're
It
like,
was
oh,
the young
Christian Bale
Batman.
didn't do that. And I'm like, bro, it's not Christian Bale's Batman though, right? Like this is the detective Batman.
Yeah, and Christian Bale was a little emo in that first movie and that last
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, he was when you think about it. But like, people want to see the stuff with rose-colored lenses, right?
Yeah, that's true. They want the same thing. That's what they really. Honestly, bro. That's what Marvel, like diehard Marvel fans, and I'm talking not comics. I'm not disrespecting the actual comic book readers, but just the moviegoers.
Hmm.
They want the same shit. They just want like you said. Here's a plot. Start off. Main character, origin story. Some happen. All right. Some relate to what happened in the past. You gotta deal with it in the future. Okay, we dealing with that problem now. Oop, do little twist. Oh
Hmm.
man, we done fucked up. We gotta do it again. And
Yep.
now we win, we overcome. It's the same thing. It's the same script. It's the same
Yes.
colors. It's the same fight.
Everything's bright, everything's pretty. There's funny jokes
And the no
every like
name.
half an hour. Like I bet you can time it. There's gonna be a joke every half an hour
The
or
villain,
some
the villain is either a robot, an alien, or some weird looking creature, and they all
Marvel.
have no backstory and they have the same face.
I'm a huge Marvel fan, comic books and the movies. Like I like the movies, but I will say, like, yo, they got the worst villains.
Yeah.
Best villain was probably Killmonger, just because like he actually had like some type of origin. But like think about it, like this nerd Thanos. I mean, he was badass just because he was badass, but like he was like, yeah, I'm gonna kill half of everything. That way the world doesn't like, or sorry, the universe doesn't overpopulate. I was like, cool, but
He
you
did it
realize
for a
it's gonna
cause.
overpopulate again anyways.
He just did it for a good cause. That's the only
Yeah.
reason why he did that shit, man. It was just Ultron was like had promise, but it was just there aren't
He's like,
any really
oh,
good villains.
I gotta protect you from yourselves. So
Honestly,
okay,
the best one is like Kingpin, if you want to count Daredevil.
yeah. Actually, the series are. I think the series have way more character. Like the stories are better, just in general.
And now a lot of parents are complaining that they put that on Disney Plus
Why?
because Disney Plus is a family friendly platform.
Oh, so all the violence from all the Star Wars and Marvel movies,
Whoa. Come on, viewer discretion advised. Viewer discretion
right? Like, bro, these guys are
advised.
sword fighting with lasers in Star Wars and like shooting. Okay, dude.
But no, man, come on, man. Daredevil, Kingpin killed a guy with a car door,
Hey, bro.
and you saw the
People
guts
die
come
every
out.
day. B.
Oh, not
People.
like that. No, not like that. Damn.
I really enjoyed Daredevil. Actually, the series.
Yeah, it was really good, man. And then the Defenders, and of course, my dog, Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones was like the first show where they were having sex on a Marvel show or Marvel period, unless you want to count
Yeah.
Blade.
I guess for us it's like whatever because we're old, but like yeah, like I could imagine like being a kid, you're like, what? This shit's cool. And then as a parent, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the
Like,
hell? What the hell? I got
but I
myself
mean
into.
it's on Netflix. Like check it out. If you got Disney Plus, you got Netflix.
I mean, I guarantee it's not popping up on the Netflix Kids though.
I mean, but it's probably not popping up on Disney Kids either. You
True.
gotta probably have a kids account. Like they probably have the same type of because I gotta imagine Disney, like they're about their paper first and foremost. Like that's no matter what they're doing, they're worried about money.
Oh, we
They're
know
not
they
gonna
got rid.
fuck
They got rid of the free trial.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're not gonna fuck up their money by like not putting it behind like an age gate. If you got a kids account, they probably ain't showing those movies. They probably not showing half the Marvel movies just because of the violence levels on some of them.
I can give you that.
I mean, I don't know. It's
I can
wild.
give you that. That is wild,
Yo,
though.
Doctor Strange 2 though? I heard some things. I read some things
I didn't
about
read
the
things
post credit about the post credit scenes.
on.
The new Doctor Strange
What you
that's coming out like next month or something.
hold on. I hate spoilers, but what you hear?
So they talk about there's two post spoiler scenes, and in one of them a character comes out and cracks jokes about what happened in the movie. in the past Marvel movies.
Oh no! So they pretty much okay. So that's their
So
way of
like saying I already know who
a red
dies.
individual who dies.
I already know who dies.
W- All right, don't wait.
Do we
Okay,
want to spoil it? Do we want to
no, no,
spoil it?
no, 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 no.
Make the call.
I got questions. I got questions.
Uh,
So the guy who made jokes
uh
and someone dies.
Yeah. He jokes about somebody dying.
Oh, okay. So we know that individual is going to be, and we already knew he was coming to the MCU. We just didn't know how.
I mean,
What about
jokes
the
is the
second
key
spoiler?
word there, right? Like, okay, cool. What Marvel character cracks jokes a bunch?
I
That's
mean,
pretty obvious.
huh. Wolverine.
But so he pulls up in the post credit scene, and he cracks jokes about this nerd died, blah blah blah. I don't want to put details because it might be spoilers, but
I
like
mean,
the
you
way
already
he
gave the
says it,
spoiler.
I'm like, damn, bro.
All right,
That
what's the second one? What's the second one?
um. So the second one introduces the next bad guy, like the next big bad guy, which people already have an idea who it is.
Kang.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it shows Kang.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
But speaking of,
Also,
so I don't know if you've seen the Loki series, so pretty much it's just with the multiverse or some shit. It might have started the multiverse of war. Oh, I was gonna say Secret
there's
Wars.
this rumor that it might happen at the end of this movie, or it's pretty much setting it up. Divergence of the multiverses.
So Secret Wars.
That's all coming to one. But I don't
With
think it'll be Secret Wars. I think it'll just be like, oh, cool, it's not a multiverse anymore. Because
oh,
like
okay.
Loki, they're like, oh yeah, like everything diverges at the end of time.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, converges, not diverge, converges at the end of time. And like, I'm pretty sure people have figured out that like the villain in this movie, it's gonna be Scarlet Witch, obviously. Like everyone, that's what everyone's thinking.
But it's not.
I mean, I think she is, but like it might be like the whole like multiversal shit going on. And
Man.
then like everyone heard like how they're bringing mutants, and they're just from the trailer. You hear the old boy's voice, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, Professor X.
Yeah, everyone hears Patrick Stewart's voice in the trailer, right?
Yeah.
So that shows how mutants So what if they say like, okay, cool, mutants already exist in all these worlds or whatever, but this is kind of how it happens because they talk about how what's her name, like she's pretty much confirmed as a mutant, Scarlet Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Because consider every sorcerer they had to learn how to use magic. She didn't have to learn how to use magic. She just had that shit.
Mm-hmm.
If you talk about like like I think it was like a post credit scene where they showed her and Quicksilver and like they just had their powers or whatever.
Yeah. And they talk about it in WandaVision too as well.
Yeah,
My thing is, and it goes back to villains. When the hell is Doctor Doom showing up?
bro, that's what we need. That's the real villain, dog.
That's the ultimate villain.
You didn't kill me. That was a Doom bot. But he's also like a good guy to his people. Doom's the best, dude. There's when he rips out Thanos' spine for talking shit in the comic books. Man, Doom is the best. Man. The petty god.
Petty god.
Yeah, man. Mutants are pretty much confirmed because everyone's, and that's not a spoiler. I mean, it's a spoiler if you haven't watched the trailer, but that's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
The post-credit scenes, it's interesting. Like, I mean, I'll tell you after this shit, obviously, after we stop recording, but it should be interesting. The next phase is gonna be dope, I think. But we're getting kind of off topic because it's back to Batman, though, right?
Yeah. We can actually wrap things up too as well.
Oh,
but let's talk more offline.
Yeah.
You want to do the outro for today?
Like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell icon over here, I think. Yeah, that way when we're talking shit, so you can come talk shit too. It'll be fun. No shit talking for the first 2 minutes. Y'all know what the deal is.
Oh yeah, man. Algorithms.
Subscribe on Twitter. Talk your shit, man. If you need help with anything, let us know. Hit us up in the DMs. We're happy to help. If you want to talk comic books, hit us up. We love to talk comic books and movies and video games.
Anime too.
Anime too. Oh, I need to catch up on Attack on Titan. The last couple episodes. Not worth. Like I watched.
We'll talk. We'll talk offline, man.
Okay.
We'll talk offline.
I watched like I think I'm like 1 or 2 episodes behind right now on that.
Oh yeah, bro. We'll talk. We'll talk.
Bet.
But hey, man, like, subscribe, check us out, follow, hashtag, all that shit. We're out. We'll be back next Thursday, normal time, 5 CPT 5:30, and yeah. Oh man, hey, what's up? What's up? Oh, well, we be so smooth, man. Hey, you know those other podcasts, man. They have things scripted. You know, I'm surprised that we're actually smooth. They're like all right, man. Hold on.
Hold on, guys.
Today we're going over a couple of topics today.
Oh yes. Let me flip through the script.
So I appreciate you saying we smooth, man. We appreciate you saying we smooth. But hey, we're out. Catch you next time, and gone.